Where do I begin, Chef? Where do I begin? Tail? I think we go with tail. Hello, Nova. How are you today? Hello, Dubby. How are you today? Doing all right? Oh, yeah. Did you get the work done that you were hoping to? I'm doing okay. This, uh, this flower is very fragrant. Very, very fragrant. Hello, Miss Bella. How are you? Okay. Almost done. Very nice. I'm doing okay. We're going to see how quickly we can get things done today, because theoretically, if we can get them done quickly enough. No. Uh, oh God. I just almost died a little, but just a little. Let me go look, Debbie. When I went to go water my plants earlier today, there was nothing out there, but oh, it's very wet. Oh, there is a soppy box. It is wet. It is wet, wet, but it's here. I'm gonna put it here and let it drip. Why, thank you, Dove. Okay. It did. It got thoroughly rinsed. Uh-huh. It was raining pretty hard earlier. I yeah. I've been home all day, so hello, Jiggly. They definitely did not want me to know they had come by. Okay. Which is upside out? Upside right? Outside up. Which one is the good side? I imagine it's probably this one, but do they? Yeah, I am correct, Jiggly. You can tell. Cool, cool. Hello, Uncle. How are you? Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Yeah. Just staring at it. I know. It's a bastard. I do wish it was easier, but no, it's really not. All right, so let's see. We're supposed to put outside pieces together. And then happy Friday. Friday Eve? Yeah, it's Friday Eve. It's not Friday yet. Happy Friday Eve. You are weird. Why are you weird? Um, if we can get this sewing done fast enough, it is Thursday, then theoretically we might be able to get a little game time in. But it just depends on how fast we get through this. Yeah, that'll. What kind of material are you working with? I went ahead and I took all of the cookie dough that we made last night and I rolled it in tubes and I put those tubes in the freezer. I'm thinking I will pull them out of the freezer and put them in the fridge tonight so they'll still be pretty firm, but hopefully solid enough to stand up to being cut into slices. That's my hope. There's definitely a lot more chocolate chip cookies than anything else. It's flannel. Solid black. Okay. Flannel fabric. I think I have an idea of the texture of that. Definitely it doesn't have any real stretch to it, right? It's a fairly tight knit. The batter, it seemed good. It all seems good. Mhm. I haven't baked any yet. So, we'll see how it all cooks tomorrow. But yeah. Well, understandably, it's a pain in the ass. I did it with all of the different batters. The chocolate chip cookie dough batter was the one that was the easiest to shape in that way. I gotcha. Um, the other ones were softer, so we'll see how that works as far as having those rolled in tubes like that. If it works, then that means that theoretically you could make up these doughs, put it in the fridge long enough for it to start to set up. And what I did is I took plastic like cling wrap, and I tried to kind of lay it in a tube in the cling wrap, but then I wrapped it over on each side and I rolled it and tucked the edges and rolled it some more and then rewrapped it and closed it over. Um, and that's how I got what will hopefully come out as roundish cookies. we're we're gonna hope. Um, but we'll see tomorrow, really, how it all works out. I just don't trust my refrigerator to be cold enough. I can't tell what the temperature in there really does and everything. So easier to just freeze it one night and then have it slightly softened, but still at least in theory. Okay, so here's tail. Let's get our sewing machine here. Don't need you. It runs super cold. Yeah. I can't honestly tell what the fuck my refrigerator's doing. I know that food doesn't seem to last as long as I want it to in there. Ooh. That makes sense. Yeah, because it's pretty warm. I I do. But it's just it's a not something I could just put in the fridge and like close the door and leave, right? It's like a meat thermometer sort of deal. Today I decided to start seeing what I need to do as far as guide dog stuff since I've got the orientation and mobility lady finally. And then I figured it was time to start looking into what the plan was going to be. Plus, I've lived here in this place. This is my 6 months. I do have an oven thermometer, which theoretically, God damn it, if I threw that in the fridge, then I could just have somebody look at it when they're over. That's probably the best way to go. Um, all right, hold on. Let's see. So there was one school. Hello, Izzy. There was one. Really? That's super neat. Do you know what school she works for or raises for? I guess is the right question. Um, I I wanted to go to a school called Fidelco because they have German Shepherds that they do there. Northern California is probably guide dogs for the blind. More than likely, she works with guide dogs for the blind. So it's a very that's the school I got my other dog from. Um, most of the guide dogs you see out there in Cali are those. Uh, let's find our other thingy. But the thing is, I really would like, if I can, to get a German Shepherd. And most guide dog schools do not do German Shepherds anymore. Um, so Fidelco was one of the ones that still does. And I called and I was talking to the lady today, and she was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, but because they basically are overwhelmed, um, they are not they're not serving the whole country anymore. So they don't serve Montana citizens." Um, so I asked her if she knew which guide dog schools that still did German Shepherds, and she was saying that she thinks the only two are Seeing Eye and one which is I think that one's in New Jersey, and um, Guiding Eyes for the Blind, which I believe is in New York. It's either one of them is in New York and one of them is in New Jersey, and I may have them confused, but those are the two. Um, Seeing Eye is interesting. Like if you go look at the two websites, right, and just look at some of the differences in the way they do things. Well, she would have to listen to all the facts. um, to give you an idea of some of the base philosophical differences, um, yeah, yeah. On the websites, at least. So I don't know about any further than the websites say at the moment, but from what the websites look like, Seeing Eye actually charge $150 for you to get a dog. Now that doesn't even make a dent for what they have going on um, in the cost of training those animals. It doesn't begin to touch how much it costs them to train those dogs. Those dogs cost between $50,000 and $75,000 a piece, between the breeding and the raising and the puppy like care and everything. Um, their reason for doing that is it's part of them making sure that you have the ability to independently care for that dog. They do not help with like long-term veterinary services or anything of that nature. And I think it was a 3.5 week program. Um, Guiding Eyes, on the other hand, is a free program for the students. It's run completely off of donations. Yeah, they're all. Here. Well, I'll get into that in a second. Um, so, Guiding Eyes for the Blind. Other random factoid with Seeing Eye, they do not encourage or even believe it's necessarily a good thing for you to remain in contact with the puppy raisers and things like that. So they do not facilitate a continued relationship with the puppy's raisers. Um, Guiding Eyes is free. They allow for $500 a year in veterinary bill assistance. Um, they encourage all of their students to have a lasting relationship with the puppy raisers. Um, and it's a 12-day program. Uh, so between the two, my preference would be Guiding Eyes. However, when I was talking to GDB, which is the school I went to for my previous guide dog, um, I figured, because I had to get dates for my graduation and retirement of Bijou. While I had them on the phone, I was asking about their waiting list, um, which I would not go to them anyways, but even if let's say I did, right? They said that post-COVID, they have over 300 people on their waiting lists, and they are only servicing like 6 people per class. Oh God, no. Yeah, everything could go wrong. Every single possible thing could go wrong with that. Um, so if I did want to go through GDB, which is the school I went through before, it would be a minimum of 1 to 2 years. Um, and I don't know if the other schools may be similar. Um, because they're the only ones I actually talk to a person with. Um, I bet I think a husky might actually eat Eric. Oh God, no! That dog is a nightmare. I don't want that dog. He would be a squeak toy for sure. I still have some stuff I need to do as far as learning routes and whatnot in order to even be able to get a dog for mini school. Um, but that's kind of what it's looking like at the moment with all that. It's kind of a mess. It's going to be a while, but I'll keep you posted. I was thinking about the situation they have here in Montana with their blind services and, well, the lack of services that they really have here and whatnot. Um, You have a little toy dog. What breed is it? And I started thinking about these people that we had when I was a kid who used to come and help me and my brother learn stuff like um, Braille and how to use a slate and stylus and um, abacus and um, how to do. Good God, that's huge. Um, oh, okay, nice. They also help you figure out how to just sort of problem solve things like putting the dots on the oven and thermostat and stuff so that you can do things more independently. And so I was trying to figure out what those people were called. They're just down south. Down south, they were called vision impairment instructors. Um, and so I called the lady here to find out what they were called up here, and apparently now they're called rehab technicians. And in Montana, those services are only offered to people 55 and above. I got those services when I was a kid. Um, I am coming to find out that apparently Texas actually has some. It will be, but I was looking at it less for the idea of being eligible and more for the idea of employment. Um, the yeah, because I was thinking that might be something I could actually help with. Um, but apparently Texas just has more. They just have more services in Texas than they do, and I don't know if that's just in comparison to Montana. It doesn't me either, but kind of the way they're talking about it, Nova, is like um, they do have. I did learn when I was in the rehab program down in Texas that they did have a higher number of services for people in Texas than most states. But that they also have a higher need for those services than most states for whatever reason. Maybe just population numbers, I'm not real sure. When that lady was here the other day, the blind services lady, we were talking about employment and stuff, and she said that the blind community, as far as the disabled communities goes, is uh, the least employed. And I told her that I knew back in 2007 they had told me that the statistics were that 70% of blind people were unemployed or underemployed, and she said at this point, it post-COVID, it may actually be worse. Which is a happy thought. Okay. God damn it. Craft cam? It does indeed. Um, technically, I count as one of the employed ones because at least I do this. It doesn't pay my bills, but I technically have a job. Technically. Let's make sure we don't have any gaping holes in this. If anywhere, it will be right there. But it looks like we might have it all. It's New Jersey. They do, um, but oh, well, that's a whole nother thing because the only people who can pay for services for the blind is the state, since the blind people can't. Right, Ron. And I'm wondering if that's pre-COVID, right? Post-COVID, I'm not sure about. Because blind people are unemployed, typically, they do not have money to spend on shit. And since they don't have money, they any sort of business focused on services to the blind has to be a nonprofit service. So here's the thing. I've got this tail, but this part right here is sort of fatter. Is that? I guess we can just stuff it and find out if it looks okay. Oh, I was supposed to look at a spot though, wasn't I? All right, no holes. Anybody who's looking into creating something um, with the intention of selling it to blind people actually needs to sell it to the local governments so that they will buy it for the blind people. The blind people themselves are not going to have enough finances to actually spend on anything. That is why even accessibility tools are often not accessible. And it's nobody's fault. It's just, it's a small population who has no income. So that's been my day. Just blind people stuff. It's been a blind people stuff kind of day. That, and we finished The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. No. My health insurance technically doesn't even cover eye care. Not that it matters, because there is no care for my eyes that would make any difference, but the health insurance that blind people usually have does not include blind care. They did, yeah. Yeah. It's not a great system. We don't currently have a great system working for the whole thing. All right, I'm gonna have you guys check this this tail for me and let me know if you think I need to tighten down the curve. I'm thinking the wideness there. I will probably look at what what government positions will be available, but more than likely I will have to go um, get more schooling to do anything. All right, what do we think about this tail? If I need to make any changes, I can still make them now. Good tail? It is detached. Hmm. Okay, interesting. Well, it is. I have left them a message, and they're supposed to give me a call back. Um, so we'll see what they say. And then I still, like I said, I still have What is that, dummy? It's slightly fatter here, right? Like this is the fattest point. So I'm just trying to make sure this like the thinness of the tip with the fatness of this curve are acceptable. That's the whole thing. I think Debbie's making it dirty. Mm. It is. All right. PG-21. I could bring it in a little, but I think it might actually be okay. I think it's possibly supposed to be a little fatter there, but I'm not really sure. Let's see. I gotta find our body piece so that we can figure out exactly where the tail attaches on our body parts here. So, this way. This is the right-hand side of the cat. Yeah, okay. I'm making a cat dragon. So, we're combining the two different patterns uh, to make a hybrid critter. And I'll show you all the bits and pieces that we've got going on for that currently in just 1 second. Are you right? I'm pretty sure you're right. Okay. We're using the cat tail. We're going with cat tail. We're not going with dragon tail. Um, we're doing basically a cat body, but um with horns and wings and a scaled belly. I got the face here. This is the face currently right there. Cat face. And then we've got ears. Not ears. Wings. We've got wings here. This is our wings. And um and then this is our belly scales. And then we've got little horns. It's a very nice hat. Do you like it? It is a bit like a beret. You could make them in a hat. All right. They might be. You digging it, Debbie? Okay. The question is. Animal hat. I could make millions. I'm excited about finishing this. They could. It is amazing how much fragrance this little peonies is putting out. Honestly, I have not sat over here since since it's just been taking up this corner of the room, and that is a seriously fragrant little flower back there. I don't think I don't think it has a uh down volume level. You are not even, but the question is, are you not even because I pinned you poorly or some other reason? Those two pieces seem to line up. All of these pieces, ooh, do not entirely line up. Not necessarily enough to account for how large the difference is on the other end, but there is a slight difference on this end, so we'll go ahead and just fix that real quick. So what about you guys? Tell me about your days. It was not. I actually did not know this was a black and gray shirt. I thought it was beige. So, it is 100% by accident. No, I really did think this was a gray or a beige shirt. So, what does the shirt look like? Since apparently I don't know. It's stripes. Okay, horizontal stripes? Light gray and charcoal. Well, I'll be goddamned. Okay, alright. Cool. Except on the sleeves. It's beige. Gotcha. Okay. I I've literally never known that at any point. I always thought it was a beige shirt. About an inch thick? Okay, cool, cool, cool. That's very useful. Now I know what I'm wearing. What color are the buttons? They're black buttons. Okay. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah. There was this day. Okay, I have this shirt that I really like, and it's a sort of silky feeling shirt, right? And in my head, that shirt was what did I think that shirt was? I thought that shirt was a charcoal, like a slightly shiny charcoal color. And I had a skirt. That one feeling. Uh, I had a skirt that I thought was white with pink, no, with red flowers on it. And I thought, well, a charcoal gray nice dressy shirt should look good with a skirt that's white with flowers on it. And I put it on, and someone stopped me, and they were like, Misty, you don't want to wear those two things together. And I was like, I don't. And they were like, no. Um, that shirt is polka dotted. It is black with white polka dots. And the skirt had been washed with something red. So it was a pink skirt with red roses on it at that point. Uh, and none of it looked good together. And I was like, thank you for saving me the humiliation of entering a public sphere. with this particular getup. Because sometimes, if you memorize your entire wardrobe, did you? Um, Sometimes you remember poorly. Well, this particular person was very interested in all things aesthetic, with no substance, so I trusted her fashion sense. Will it though? I think if I wear it with confidence, the sighted people will just let it happen, but I don't know that it'll look good. For clothes you're not really wearing. I mean, the uh the emperor with his new clothes did that basically, right? Just walked around confidently. All right, let's give this a shot. He was. He was naked. But he had confidence in clothes that didn't exist, much as I did at the time. What I love is that in that room, there were four total sighted people. Only one of those sighted people stopped me before I left the house. I am terrifying. Scariest person you know. Grr. No, you go. Go on. Take it. There you go. I know you don't like it. We had to go over where the darts on the body material are. And so it went from two pieces of material to two, three, four, five, six. And Elna was not impressed. I'm getting close to tail now. Okay. Let's see if that went okay. Now I think this is where we would sew on the wings. And then we would probably sew on our gift patch. Ah, damn it. I did not get the tail in that. I'm gonna have to take that seam in a little. I didn't take it in far enough. The tail escaped. It will not. When I finish today, none of it will be wearable as a hat, unfortunately. I will be removing all of the hat-like properties. Well, we can always look into making hats in the future. I suppose she could always just set the whole thing on her head if she really wanted to. Are you sure it's not the other way around? I feel like it might be the other way around. Damn in hell. I need, oops, this hem to come out. Now, why'd you go and run away? You bastard. Okay. I cannot seem to get a good snip of this thread in the seam exposed so that I can snip it. I need you to snip. Fuck a duck. Okay. Um, um, I don't want to take the whole goddamn bum end of this in that much. I don't mind taking it in a little, but not that much. Let me see you. Come here. I think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the wings, and then I think we'll go ahead and sew the patch on after the wings, so that I don't have to reach up inside the body like I did last time, because that was kind of a pain in the ass. Um, so okay, will do. Mute me. Yes, sir. That is correct. Are you doing the things that I think you're doing? Hello, pasta. Okay. Half of what you think I'm half of what I think you're doing. Cool. Okay. We'll figure it out later then. Um, man, I am. God damn it. Hold on. Mute me. Mute me. Hold on. Mute me. There. There. Now I answered the other question. Chef is trying to steal my identity. He's going to be awfully upset when he figures out what that means. It's not going to be good for him. We just call it drat. I don't know if that's what the person we're making it for will end up calling it in the end. Good luck with that. I haven't found all the gold, so if you find the gold, you deserve it. I know. That's and so if you find it, you deserve it. Apparently so. I didn't know I was until they told me I was, but apparently I am. You know, guys, I did really, truly an impressively nice tight stitch on this. I am just blown away by how good this line of stitches really is. It is skill. It's not right, but it's a good stitch. This hat is the face to the critter we're making. So this hat is not a hat. Um, it's a face. It will get sewn onto this here body if I can manage to sew the body properly. The hat is a lie. I am currently trying to remove my truly impressive stitch work here. Nice. So I should wear a hat like this when I go into the wilderness. That's what you're saying. I could make tiger ones. I could make moose ones. Do you want a moose hat? Anybody? Anybody want a moose hat? Seems like it could be fun. You think Chef needs a moose hat? You want an otter hat? I'm going to be honest, I currently do not know how to make either a moose or an otter. Okay. So, you have a moose? I think I, uh, is it just moose? I think it's just moose. I don't, I think it's just moose. That sounds right. I thought so. Unless you really just want to be annoying, and then you say all sorts of other things, which is usually the route that I go. Uh, I'm using inaccuracy is what I like to go with. No, but it could be. It can be real if we say so. You have very nice. Ish was telling me that one day when they were out walking in the mountain area, they came across a moose, and Bailey took a look at it and was like, "Mom, should I chase it?" And she's like, "God, no, no." So they very slowly backed away. She's had conversations with me about different things, and it cracks me up. She's like, "Okay, so if we ever come across a moose, what I need you to do is find a big tree and hide on the other side of it, and then basically just play ring around the tree with the moose, and hope it gets tired of it and runs away." Um, that's Your most likely chances of survival. The assumption is that she's probably dead already by the moose. Um, and I am now alone. Right? Hmm. No, no, moose are extremely aggressive, uh, and very, very dangerous. The moose are terrifying. Hmm. I've heard many, many frightening stories about moose. Ooh, I bet they're a bit particularly testy at that point. Hmm. Hmm. Right, right. Yes, there was that friendly moose. Hey. Yeah, okay, it's true. It's slightly too salty. I actually have people in my chat who can give you moose stories. I personally cannot because I have not had any moose experiences, but I know at least two people here who have moose stories. Um, okay, let's think about that. Salty meat. Wolf, are you still here? Yeah, what are you looking at? What kind of meat? How was it prepared? Oh, salty lamb. Goodness. Hmm. Hmm. I mean, that would be a solid way to go. Is to try to dilute it with other foods. Potatoes. Um. um. Yeah. An acid. Okay. Mhm. Possibly a touch of something sweet as well. The sugar plus acid seems like a decent idea. So there's a few possibilities there. Billy would like it. Yeah, find a friend who really likes salty foods. Of course. Good luck. Let us know if it works. I would love to hear if you figure something out specifically that you like. Moosages. right, let's see if I fixed it. Could be. All right, we now have this tail, which I still missed a tiny spot of, so I'll have to hand sew that little spot when we do the patch. But let's look at the rest of the body. Looks like, I think that's okay. I think that's fine. It's got a little bit of a, well, it's a little odd right there, but it'll be all right. Now how are we supposed to know where the wings go? There were spots on this part, I think, but where? See if we can figure out our markings for, okay, that's where the darting goes. Here's a slightly larger bump there, and here's something or other here. So I'm guessing that's the markings for the wings. You gotta lose your wings, Barry. Sorry, little guy. Okay. Poor Barry. Are they great for dancing? Oh, interesting. So I could put the bottom of that wing right at that, but I wonder if that'll be weird. See what that looks like. Oh, that's upside down. Hold on. There we go. I do appreciate you, Miss Bella. Let's see if that is correct. This is actually quite difficult to do. I'm trying to make sure that everything stays completely straight. Maybe what I should do, let's actually mark the center line of this. Okay. Ouch. Bucket duck. It's fine. I only stabbed myself a little. No big deal. Oh, same to you, Izzy. It was just a little stabbing. Okay, let's try this again. So we've got that. Let's look at our little body here. We've got this whole flat section of back here. And I think, how far in is our first dot? Right there. So you need to attach right there. Okay. No. Nope. Indeed. Also, I just found a little spot that may need to be looked at when I grab the yarn. There's a small hole right there. That's fine. We'll fix that in a moment. So let's fold this way, and let's take this and open it up over that so that this line right here can be matched up exactly to that line right there. Stick that through that bit first, and then it would be nifty if they had come up with a better way to align these pieces. It is stormy out there. Oh, damn in hell! I hit my kneecap. My fucking patella. Hello. It's going very well, thank you. How are you today? Thank you, chef. Mm-hmm. What's the temperature out there right now? It is very, very stormy here today. 80. Mm-hmm. That, yeah, especially for 11 p.m. I can't make all that out, chef. I got the gist, and I will pay more attention to it after stream. But I did get that part, and thank you. I just couldn't hear the date. But I'll check it when I'm not streaming. I just I just can't hear all the details. But I did get you. I'm talking to you. God damn it. Okay, you remember when you said you couldn't gaslight if you tried it? You remember you said you couldn't gaslight if you tried. This thing that you're doing, that thing? That's gaslighting. Fuck a duck. No, Chef was doing things and he sent me messages and so I'm trying to tell him that I can't pay attention to all of the specifics. Oh my god. Uh-huh. It's over here. Yeah. Okay, let's try to. So the wings on. Usually, when we say we need an adult, it's Vela. Vela's the one that we need. Vela's the adult in the room. Vela's a resident adult. Okay, let's try to scooch you under that needle. Okay. close, says the Izzy. All right, let's see if we can get this to do what we want it to do now. They can, and that's exactly what I was telling you that I was going to do. I was trying to make that point that I cannot fully and completely respond at this current moment because I will have to look at them. Oh, for fuck's sake. This goddamn man. I will review the details. I got the gist, but I could not get the specifics yet. That's all I was trying to say. Oh no. Oh no. Is he? What am I supposed to do with him? I hope my plants aren't going to get mad at me, because that sounds like hail. Mm-hmm. I am fairly certain it is, in fact, hail. Because she's a full fucking meal. Aren't you, Izzy? You're a full fucking meal or nothing at all, god damn it. Be fooling around with this snack bullshit. No, Izzy, no. It's true. It's very true. 2006. I apparently got lost somewhere in there. Okay, I think I think we now have our wings. That's true. That's true. There is no barking. Yeah. Okay, I do have a little spot here that needs to be fixed, but it looks like, all in all, no, I don't want to do that again. I'm good. I'll pass. Once was plenty. Okay, so let's thread this baby up. Uh-huh. Oh God, I was still married at that time. I definitely don't want that again. That's fine. Although I did have some vision. That was kind of nice. I think I was in college. I think I was just going back to college. I might have started up again in 2005. You were 7. Fuck. Mhm. 3 or 4. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Fuck. I had a 7-year-old and a 5-year-old, and I was married. And I was just starting to go back to school. I probably, at that point, was not even using a cane yet. I don't think I broke down and started using a cane until, well, I might have. It was probably that year. I think it was that year that I started using my cane. So that might have been the year that I accepted I was blind, actually. Ow, ow, ow. An important year, if not a good one. mm, which part? I got divorced, my kids grew up and moved out, and I went more blind. Which part of the story do you want? I got divorced the next year, actually. No, I went blind before my kids grew up and moved out. So I got divorced, went more blind, and then my kids grew up and moved out. Did you? That is so much more impressive than anything I was doing when I was 7 years old, Izzy. I don't think I had any great accomplishments at 7. Yeah. I'm glad that there was a time when it was fun. When you were 7? Shouldn't do that at 7, chef. Or just all of 2006. I mean, you might have had a wild childhood. Izzy was winning concert recitals. I was trying to memorize Dr. Seuss books, and Chef was drunk. That was age 7 for us. Well, yeah. Okay. I think I have fixed this little spot. Were you? I disagree, Chef. I can find adjacent words for you. And not like the way jar cheese is cheddar adjacent. Not that kind of adjacent. I don't lie. Because I'm terrible at it. We have had this conversation, and Izzy agrees with me, and we all know Izzy is right. We have decided that you are adored and therefore are adorable, because that is the definition of the word, right, Izzy? She did do that too, yes. But that's not what we're currently discussing. That Japanese girl is probably also adorable. So there's that. Chef can't remember from before last night. It's because he spent all of his year 7 drunk. And it addled his brain. All right, I had 2 little bitty holes to patch up. I think we have resolved those issues, but we will double check here in a moment. Izzy. You gotta enjoy while you're young. Oh, I don't know, Chef. We might be pretty old. Okay. So, oh, you're you're wearing wings already, and those wings are gonna get in the way. So let's use Barry to check out this. Let's see, this will be right about here. We have our tail, which seems okay. I think we have resolved the issues we had there. Unless she really, really fondles the cats behind, which I don't think she will. There's our little rumpish area. And let's see about these wings. Alright. So, let's see where we should put our gift patch. I'm thinking right about here. But they do, Izzy. They do. Ah, you getting your storm in? Let's go ahead and pin this in place. And then this little patch down on. Okay. There he goes over there. Okay. Thank you, Pasta. Take care. Oh, were you just saying have a good BRB to Izzy? You were just telling Izzy to have a good BRB, weren't you? Sorry. You can stay then. That's fine. I won't make you leave. Hold on, hold on. What are you getting stuck on? You may not grab all the things. It's not allowed. There you go. Okay. We will have to hand sew the belly shut and our horns as well. But as soon as we get this patch put on, we can sew part of the belly and then attach the head. I really don't think we're going to have enough time to do anything other than this project. I just was kind of hoping that if I could do it fast enough, we could still get a little game time in. But I think there's only one chapter left in that game, if I'm guessing. Chef, do you know if there's more than one chapter left in that game? I feel like there's probably only just one more, so we'll finish it next week. You don't know. I was trying to remember how far in we are, and because there's usually 5 chapters, but um, I got thrown off with the way that we've done it as far as how far in we are. So just have to wait until next week. One or two. Is there? Okay. Bella, did you ever get an opportunity to poke this scaly fabric that I'm using at your local fabric store? Yeah, okay. I was just curious if you'd ever gotten a chance. It depends on you. You know, what people enjoy is very diverse. It's very, very diverse. I am learning that I don't love knitting because I'm too anal, and yet there are mistakes, and I don't know how to fix those mistakes, and so I end up having to redo things over and over and over, and it is so frustrating to me. Um, if I knew how to correct mistakes, then it would go better. Oh, that's. Ooh. Yeah. Does it? Um, it's not important, Bella. I just was curious if you'd gotten to poke at it or not. just because it's an interesting material. Sewing is something that I just sort of picked up. I worked at a school, and we had students who really benefited a great deal from weighted blankets and weighted lap pads. And I wanted, um, right, I don't even know that it can be called that, to be honest. Um, I had people that I thought would really benefit from weighted blankets, but I did not have enough money to buy them. You could. It's very true. Some of them might be the kind that you hide deep in the closet. Is it? Yeah, yeah. It's a matter of learning how to correct for them, Jiggly. If I just knew what to do, um, if you've dropped a stitch, like how to fix it, then that would be so productive. Um, but I can't figure out how to fix it. Um, so I learned how to sew exactly that. Um, because I wanted people to have weighted blankets, so I just started making them. You can. If you have a crochet hook, no, there is a trick. I make Ish do it when she comes to visit me. I go, Ish, I have a problem, and I hand her the thing, and she fixes it because she knows how. Um, I don't. No, she usually says things like, Misty, you do hand me the most interesting problems. She does say that, but she still fixes it. Kinda. He's fine with being a voice in my head, but not with my magical friend Ish. I see how it is. Are you saying you have to be my only magical friend? Is that what the deal is here? Yeah. Have you? That's really good. Oh my god. Sir, for fuck's sake. No, I uh no. Mm-mm. The thing about hand sewing, especially, if you've used a sewing machine very much, and that machine just creates such beautiful straight lines and tight stitches so quickly, and then you move over to hand sewing, and it just takes fucking forever. It just takes forever. Um, well, we're gonna be making a scrap cat dragon. So a scratagon? Scratagon, I think is what we're So we're gonna take all of the bits and pieces of all of the projects that we have done in the past. And we're gonna make that into a patchwork cat dragon hybrid. All right, enjoy. We're gonna give it two different colored eyes. We're just gonna make him the Frankenstein monster of hybrid critters. Scartagon? I don't know. We can make it into one. Um, Now the reason we're making a Scartagon is because I oh, sleeper hold. Yeah. Uh, I didn't have another project planned yet, and I don't have anyone to take me to the craft store, so we have to find a craft project that we can do with what we have. And what we have is many, many scraps. And theoretically, if it comes out well, I might see if I can send it to my patchwork friend. What's that? Will it? That's cool. Mine lets me know by freaking the fuck out when it runs out of bobbin thread. What does yours do? Huh? What kind of sewing machine do you have, Nova? Mm. Okay, okay.